Okay. I don't quite know what I got
Foreshadowing.
myself in for suddenly.
It's foreshadowing. They lie to you. Don't do this, but then really do it later when you need to.
I mean, I have -3 on my wisdom, so I'm probably gonna do it.
Okay.
We all
I
picked
had
dumbass
stopped
wisdom,
the
didn't we?
stream
What is going on?
and started the stream again because I am about to type something in the chat window.
He's going to type something in the chat window. Everyone get prepared.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Hells yeah!
Let's do this.
All right, we have almost an hour and a half. Somebody would put an X. Fuck that. We have almost
Someone's
an
just
hour
like,
and a half.
nope, I've had enough already.
And
It
so
was me.
the reason I stopped the stream and started the stream again was so that I can now call what we're recording episode 1 instead of session 0.
Oh, this is exciting, guys.
It's very exciting. Okay, now I just have to make sure the stream is working because it seems frozen, but it is recording.
It is working. I can see it.
Oh, you can? Okay, it's just frozen on my. I'm watching it on my big screen TV, and it's totally frozen. But it's an app on Fire TV. I don't know what the hell's going on. All right. So who did not check the box?
I would guess Adam, given his message in the chat on Fancy Grounds.
Oh yeah, okay. He's got to redo something. Richard, your team speak should say Tillendale and then parentheses your character is how that should be.
Okay.
Am I still a robot?
No, you sound
No.
good now.
You're free
Okay.
of robotics.
For now, I'm gonna use my iPad.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Okay, so welcome everybody to Curse of Strahd. It is time. My stream is fine, that the thing says. Okay. It ain't fine for me, this piece of crap. All right. Okay. So you guys are adventurers that have come together, probably never having met each other before, and we can assume that the group of 6 of you have who is it? Tabaxi. I just noticed the Tabaxi is like a jaguar or a cougar or whatever. That's funny.
Right?
That's funny.
Cheetah.
Cheetah. Okay. Who? You guys have come together and assumedly are just meeting each other, but have, for purposes of the game, we'll say are coming together to go on a great adventure, and have all agreed to join up the 6 of you into a group and set out to conquer the world as your young selves or your first level character selves. So why don't we go ahead and do a little group introduction and present your character to the rest of everybody, and we'll just go from left to right on the top. So Thorin, why don't you go first and just tell the other characters who your character is and a little bit about what he's about, or anything that you want to include, as much or as little as you want to say. Are you there, Michael? I see his little green dot flash. Tell you what, let's move to the next person. And Michael, when you're there, when we can finally hear you, just speak up and then just give us a shout out, because I see your light flashing. I see your speaking light flashing, but we don't hear you, and it only flashes for a millisecond. So I don't know if you're still having problems, but if you'd like to, you can type in the chat window of Fantasy Grounds and let us know you're still here. Otherwise, let's move to, I'm going to go ahead and guess that's Ibis. Is that right?
Ibis, yeah.
Ibis. Okay. So yeah, good. I see that you're here, Thorin. So try and get your voice working, and Ibis, go ahead and speak to the group as you would.
Good Good. Yeah. Okay. I've been. I come from the plane of wherever the Aarakocra come from, and I've decided to try and
Cupcake.
impose my ideals on this universe. And I'm a paladin, and I've got a squeaky bird voice, but I'm not going to do an impersonation.
Okay. Awesome. Anything else?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Perfect. Go ahead and
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Oh Christ, he can't hear us, can he?
Gotta be
Yes.
kidding me.
You can't hear us, huh? Don't know why this would be such a problem. Well, he is in the hospital. Their Wi-Fi it could be any number of different stuff. Let us proceed with Ezekiel. Richard, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead with Ezekiel.
He is a fallen Azamar paladin. A very gritty, dark, imposing, kind of intimidating character. At the end of the day, all that matters to him is the bottom line. He's a good guy, but sometimes he'll make you question whether or not he's a good guy just to get the job done.
All right, awesome. Moon.
Moon, which is short for walks under the pale moon, is a bipedal cheetah who's sometimes easily distracted and sometimes seems to get into places where no one else should get to. Also, he's really happy about having a bird and a fish in the party.
Oh my god. Oh
I'm
my
doomed.
god. Okay, Chandri.
Okay, so Chandri is a witch hunter. We've not quite decided if we're nice or not yet. Well, you'll have to find out later. We're a team player, so we like to be in the team, so we're looking forward to this.
All right, and she's a tiefling. And Kyros.
Karis is a Triton bard. Kind of got a bit bored with the whole guarding under the sea thing, but decided to stick on the sea and become a pirate just for the adventure of it, really, and has now somehow landed with this bunch of misfits, it looks like. Again, fairly easily distracted. Everything's a bit of a wonder, so it could be interesting.
All right, fantastic. Michael, are you able to speak to us?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, great.
Yes, we can hear you. We can all hear each other. It's
So go ahead and introduce Thorin.
Okay, my name's Michael. I'm playing a dwarf cleric, Thorn. He's a kind of not a very outgoing kind of cleric, but he's really devoted to his god and is looking to smite all evil throughout the land.
Smiting evil is very good. I like it. Okay, good. And Richard, you're not on the table, but I can assume you still hear me, right?
Yes, I seem to be having connection issues, but I'm here.
Okay, no problem. So, you guys all are coming together, maybe walking along, discussing your newfound group, and having introduced yourselves to each other. Under raging storm clouds, a lone figure stands silhouetted against an ancient walls of Castle Ravenloft. The vampire Count Strahd von Zorvich stares down a sheer cliff at the village below. A cold, bitter wind spins dead leaves about him, blowing his cape in the darkness. Lightning splits the clouds overhead, casting stark white light across him. Strahd turns to the sky, revealing the angular muscles of his face and hands. He has the look of power and of madness. His once handsome face is contorted by tragedy darker than the night itself. Rumbling thunder pounds the castle spires. The wind's howling increases as Strahd turns his gaze back to the village far below. Yet not beyond his ken, a party of adventurers has just entered his domain. Strahd's face forms a twisted smile as his dark plan unfolds. He knew they were coming, and he knows why they have come. All according to his plan, he, the master of Ravenloft, will attend to them. Another lightning flash rips through the darkness, its thunder echoing through the castle's towers. But Strahd is gone. Only the howling of the wind, or perhaps a lone wolf, fills the midnight air. By the way, don't get used to that. The master of Ravenloft is having guests for dinner, and you are invited. Holy shit. I'm scared. Wait, I'm the DM. Okay, so
Fuck this shit. Let's get out of here.
yeah, let's make these characters. After hearing that, fuck it, I'm out of here. You guys are walking along in a wooded area, where maybe you had just broken a camp, had all been sitting around maybe a fire, and have decided to go adventuring. The woods are quiet this night, and the air grows chill. Your fire sputters as a low mist gathers around the edges of your camp. Growing closer, the night wears on. By morning, the fog hangs thick in the air, turning the trees around you into gray ghosts. Then you notice these aren't the same trees that surrounded you the night before. And I'm putting something in the chat, but I think Richard's connection has just...
Karis is just gonna sort of look around and be like, so I'm not the most familiar with trees, but I'm pretty sure something's not quite right.
That was not supposed to be put in there 3 times. I was clicking it when Richard was connecting, so that happened. Okay. So I'm going to share a map with you guys.
Where is Richard?
Yeah, where is Richard? You still hear me, Richard?
Yeah, did you not hear me?
No, I did not hear you.
Oh, okay. I said, yeah, I'm still having connection issues. I had to restart my Fantasy Grounds entirely.
Okay, so yeah. For those of you that haven't played with Fantasy Grounds before, or have only played a few times, it is not typical that Fantasy Grounds has all these kind of issues. It does happen sometimes, but I would say it's more the exception than the rule. So it's a little frustrating, but it looks like Richard's back. So let me share the map again so he gets it.
I've got it.
Okay. So does everybody have the map? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only see 5 people have it. Who's missing it?
Me, I don't. I kind of see a corner of it. It's weird.
Okay, so this is a thing you have to kind of get used to resizing it. But you can hold your control key and left click your mouse within the picture and sort of move around the borders and change it around. Also, down in the bottom of the map, there's a gold or yellow icon that looks like it has 4 points on it. You can use that to move within the map. But you'll just have to get used to setting up your screen to where things are where you can see it. A lot of new players to Fantasy Grounds open up 18 windows and they're like, oh my god, I can't find anything. My character sheet's buried. The map's covering everything. I can't find the combat tracker. Where's the chat window? It's all very overwhelming until you get used to it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a video for both DMs and players on how to set up your screen so that it works great and you never have to close anything or move anything. But can you resize the map, Michael, to where you can see at least the portion that's open? I know some of it's probably grayed out. Most of it's grayed out.
Yeah, most of it's grayed out. I can see part of it.
Okay, and that's on purpose. Most of it's grayed out on purpose.
You got it fogged out? Okay.
Right, so the only thing you guys should be able to see is the compass in the lower left the scale on the bottom right, and then the portion open. You're in this little city area, and the P represents the party. That's the group of you. So you won't see your tokens. That's just you guys coming in from the outside. And so if you guys all see that, then what happens as you approach this area from out of the mist, you're kind of trying to get away from the mist because the mist seems scary. And you guys did notice that if you stayed in the mist too long, you started to feel ill. So you're like, let's not be in the mist and let's go toward this way. And so you guys come up here. The gravel road leads to a village. It's tall houses, dark as tombstones. Nestled among the solemn dwellings are a handful of closed-up shops. Even the tavern is shut tight. All the buildings are boarded up. It's like kind of like a ghost town. No pun intended. A soft whimpering draws your eye toward a pair of children standing in the middle of an otherwise lifeless street. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to use my divine sense.
Okay, and what
To
does divine
notice-
sense do?
Notices evil things.
Is there a range on it?
60 feet.
Okay. Sorry, I just jammed a cupcake in my face.
I can until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover, and you'll know the type, but not
Okay.
the other.
You all generally get a sense of evil just being here, but divine sense doesn't tell you in particular anything at this
Have you
point.
correct for your blood pressure?
Say that again?
I think that was a nurse.
Oh.
Nursey.
Okay, cupcakes are encouraged. So you see the kids standing there, and they're kind of whimpering. You've divine sensed, but you don't sense anything evil in particular. What would you guys like to do now? They're just kind of standing in the middle of the road, maybe. Oops, I don't mean a square, I mean an arrow. Maybe like right there. And you guys are approaching. Da 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 da. You guys are coming that way.
I gingerly approach the kids and look whether they look strange to me or like the other humans around.
There's nobody else around, but they are human children. The girl's about 10, and her little person that's with her is a boy who is about 7, and the boy is weeping and clutching a stuffed doll, and the girl is trying to hush him.
Can we see anyone else around, or is there any sign of any other activity?
No activity, no people, just the wind blowing through, and it does look desolate. And like I said, the buildings are boarded up, the windows are shuttered, and it doesn't look like there's anyone around here except these 2 kids.
I want to sort of go over to them slightly and almost sort of tilt my head slightly and almost indifferently just sort of, why are you crying?
Okay, so you say that to the girl, and she's trying to shush her brother, and after shushing the boy, the girl turns to you and says, "There's a monster in our house." And then she then points to a tall brick house that has seen better days, and I'll tell you which one this is. Its windows are dark. It has a grated portico on the ground, and the rusty gate is slightly ajar. The houses on either side are abandoned, and their windows and doors are boarded up. And so the house that she's talking about is that house right there that I'm pointing with the arrow.
A
And
monster
I
is-
will show you a picture of it, as a matter of fact.
Mm.
Not that kind of picture.
I'm going to share another map, so you can, if you want to, you can close that one. And this map you will only see the upper left corner of, and that is what the house looks like.
You
That doesn't
can,
look creepy at all.
instead of closing a picture, you can just right click on it and click minimize, and it puts it into a little icon on your desk.
You can
to
do
be
that as
opened up
well.
again.
I look at the girl and say, a monster, you say? What kind of monster?
And the girl says, I don't know what kind of monster, but I don't even know what it looks like. I've just heard the terrible howls.
Is it howls like a dog? What kind of howl is it?
I don't even know. It's just a terrible howl that, oh my god, I can't even describe it. It's just so scary.
Where are your parents?
My parents are gone. They keep the monster trapped in the basement, and they wouldn't let us go down there, but we got scared and ran out here because we don't know where our parents are.
Wait,
Gonna
you said
sin they're coming back, or gonna sin not coming back?
Hey, Pale Valkyrie, thanks for the follow. Pale Valkyrie has followed. Yes. I don't know.
so. Let me get this straight. There's a monster in your house that's terrifying and horrible and evil and all that great shit. I mean, I probably shouldn't swear in front of you kids. Sorry about that. You didn't hear me say that.
We don't
So there's a
fucking
monster in
care
your
if you
house. Your
swear.
parents went to go defend it and wouldn't let you go down below to help them. But they're gone now, and you came out here.
The baby's in the third floor nursery.
Is
and
the
by
monster
the way,
still locked in the basement?
we don't care
Or
if
has
you
it come
fucking
out?
swear. It's awesome.
Has Rob muted himself because we can't hear anything he's saying?
You guys can't hear me? Christ, can you guys not hear me?
Rob,
where are you?
You guys can't hear me? What the fuck? Why wouldn't they be able to hear me now? You guys can't hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. What the fuck? Audio on the stream is fine, but they can't hear me.
Very.
Now you can hear me?
yes.
I did
Yay.
nothing.
Yep.
I absolutely did no. I took no action. All I did was sit here and push the talk key, going, I wonder what the fuck's wrong.
It kicked me. So apparently you're allergic to me now.
I guess. And it was so awesome because as you were talking over me, and I thought, oh, these guys can't hear me, because I was sitting there saying stuff like, I don't fucking care if you swear. It's awesome. So, and I was
Lordy.
giving you answers as you guys were telling me stuff, but I didn't realize until you guys were talking over me. I'm like, oh yeah, they can't hear me.
Yeah, I was
or
sitting there thinking,
they're
why
just a
you
bunch of
responded
rude
to any
bastards.
question.
One of the two.
Yay,
So,
technology.
so the you said so yeah, they said their parents are gone and the monster's in the basement and the baby is in the third floor nursery. I don't know how much of this you guys didn't hear that I told you.
Oh, didn't hear about the baby.
Didn't know about a baby. I'm going to go up to the building and do my
Ooh.
divine bullshit again, and since I can use it another 3 times. So
Okay, and keep in mind that it does say it won't reveal to you anything that is in total cover. So just because you can't sense it doesn't mean it isn't there hiding. And I'm just telling you that once as a blanket statement up front, so that when you use that power, not to get too comfortable that you don't sense anything. But if there is something
Rubbish
within
power.
it is. But if there's something within 60 feet that you don't see that isn't behind total cover, or that is around a corner or something, you'll
A building is total cover and it's useless, a waste of a bit.
exactly. It's more going to help you outside or in open dungeons and
I
places.
smash a window, that removes some of the cover.
Fuck.
I
Okay,
want to go up
so
and like press my ear to the door and see if I can hear anything inside the building.
oh, great. Let's get our first roll. Go ahead and roll for me a perception check. And you
Do I
guys
need
know
to do
about
that in the dice tower?
yeah, in the dice tower. For those of you that don't know what the dice tower is, on the bottom right of your screen, any skill check that you would do, you wouldn't do attacks there or anything else, but any skill check that I ask you for, you pick up the dice, drag it over to the tower and drop it in that. And what that does is it lets me see the roll, but doesn't let you see the roll. So
Might want
yeah,
to let
Perception is
Chandri
not my strong point, but this should be interesting. Let's do
know
this.
what a perception check is. She doesn't know how to do it.
oh,
But
do you
I'm
know how
not
to do
doing
it,
it right
Chandri?
now.
Not doing it, Chandri, but it would help if you understood what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do you need me to walk you through that?
So where do I drag from? Where am I looking?
Okay, so on the skills tab of your
Sorry.
character sheet, you find perception, and where it says -1,
Yep.
you grab that, you left click and hold it, and drag it down to the tower and drop it, and that'll roll your
Gotcha.
perception check for me. And then you won't see it, but I will. You'll see a shadow die. Everyone will see a shadow die fly by in the chat window, but only I will see the roll.
Okay, I want to point out it's -1 with proficiency.
Right. Okay, so you listen at the door. You put your ear up against. Well, there's actually a gate there, but you don't hear anything in the whole gateway, and you also don't see anything there.
Meanwhile,
go ahead.
I try to climb on the wall to the first floor and listen into one of the windows.
We could all try, just going through the front door.
Okay, so let
Good to
me do something here. I'm going to, on the bottom left of the map, I'm going to unshade the outside of the building, since Moon wants to climb.
All I can see is the house. Is that what everyone else can see?
Yeah, I don't have
No,
like
bottom left.
bigger
So
see.
on your map, you want to scroll down your map. However you learn how to scroll it. It takes a while to mouse. You can zoom in and out with your wheel. If you click and you hold the left click and hold the yellow or gold thing in the bottom right of the map, and then drag down, it'll drag the map down to where you can see. And it's just going to take you guys a long time to get used to how to size your maps and navigate them.
No, I've dragged it right down. All I'm doing is making the house bigger.
Okay, so
The
in the
gold
map,
icon
okay,
down the
so
bottom,
let
Chandri.
me first of all make the map as a little bigger. And how you do that is just put your mouse right in the center of the map, hold the control key, left click and hold, and then as you're holding the control key down, drag around the map, and it'll make it bigger and smaller. Make it the size you like it. Once you've done that, scroll back, and it'll zoom out to as far as possible and take you to the top of the map if you just keep scrolling back as far as you can. Okay, once you've done that, take your mouse, put it down to the right, bottom right corner of the map. There's a little gold or yellow, whatever color that is, sort of icon. Left click that and hold it, and then drag your mouse down, and it'll move the map all the way down to the bottom. Does everyone follow that, and is everyone with me, and does everyone see the shadow of the first floor of the house?
Yeah,
I see it. It's down the bottom.
Is there anyone that did not follow that and does not see what I'm talking about?
I followed it, but I don't see anything else on my picture. I've got the house on the left side. I've got the compass thing in the middle, and then it's
Okay.
just everything else is blank.
Okay, so
Yeah, you
you're
need to move down.
so basically you're not looking at the whole map. The whole map is much bigger than what's on your screen, and it goes down. So you need to
No, I've
grab.
got about. No, I've got the houses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, and then I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay, but
6,
what
8
you're not okay,
squares.
but what you're not understanding is the map itself is much bigger than the window you have. So below
The window
that,
has taken up my whole screen.
okay, so you see the yellow thing that I'm talking about on the bottom right of the map, the yellow icon?
Yeah.
Okay, push your left mouse button on that and hold it, and then drag your mouse down. Now do you see a whole bunch more of the map? And then on the bottom of it, there's a first floor.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay. It's just going to take you guys
Okay.
a while to get used to that kind of crap.
Isn't there a thing you can do sync view so we see what you
Yeah,
see?
I can do that. Thank you for mentioning it.
It's massive.
Also, if you have a
That's what
third
she
button
said.
on your mouse, that should also be able to move the map around.
Okay, so since you guys are all here, I'm going to put your tokens on the map. And you guys can move them to where you want to be. And Moon, I know you wanted to climb up, so I didn't know where you wanted to do that. And once you guys put your tokens where you want to be, I will then lock the tokens so that you guys can't move them without me approving your moves. Is that where you wanted to climb up, Moon? I didn't know where you wanted to be.
I did a pointer on the front side of the so on the top of the map to show where I wanted to climb up.
Oh, you did. Okay, so let me go look at that. Okay,
Just
so I'm going to put
above us.
you... can you see your token even though it's on the gray? Can you...
I
Moon,
can see the token.
you can see Moon's token? Okay.
Yes, I
Yeah,
can.
I can.
Okay, so good.
And I still don't want to climb in. I just climb up to the window and
Right,
try to listen in and look in.
I'm only
Okay.
doing that. You know, I put the token there so I don't put it right on top of Ebis. So you're basically above Ebis, but in other words, you're here. But you see why I don't do that, because now the tokens get all jacked. So Moon is on the wall directly above Evis, looking in a second story window, which there isn't. It's boarded up. And if you want to listen, I think you said you wanted to listen in the second story window, you can roll a perception check. And you do not hear anything. And the kids are standing, you know, right here. They followed you, but they appear to not want to approach the house any further than that. They look like they're scared, but they're very happy that you guys are investigating the house.
That doesn't sit right with me. I don't trust children.
Who does? So have
And
they let the mouse out? The mouse? The monster out? That's what I want to know.
If it's a mouse, then you
Fucking
might be able
mouse.
to take one of those.
I'm just gonna go out and try and open the door.
Open the door. Go on.
Of the
Okay,
grate.
so go ahead and the grate opens with ease. It was actually kind of already a little bit open.
And then there's a door behind it, is there?
And yes, there is.
And I'm gonna try the handle.
The wrought iron gate has hinges on it with one side, and it was, you can tell it was supposed to be locked, but it's unlocked and it's kind of just hanging there. Oil lamps hang from the portico ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oaken doors, but they are not lit. And at this point, going into the house, you can all assume by looking at your surroundings and and I'm not laughing about what I'm talking about. I'm laughing at a message I just got. You can assume that you will be in darkness if you go in there. So those of you that don't have dark vision will need to do something about being able to see.
I'm going to light my torch.
Okay, and you can
I'm
do
going to
that.
rely on the lit torch.
Okay.
Unequip my shield to hold the torch.
Yep, shield and a torch, no problem.
I'm following Ebas because he's got a torch.
Okay, so Moon had climbed up. I don't know. Did you tell
Have I?
everybody any information, Moon, from what you saw or didn't see above?
If I see they start to go in, I will climb down and say that I didn't hear anything upstairs.
Okay. So is Ebus gonna open the door, or what's happening?
I will open the door, yes.
All right, I'm so excited. What the hell's in here? Okay. So you open the door, and there is on the south wall. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay, so I hate it when they do this. I can't. If you guys all go back up to the top of the map, you're gonna see that the north is to the left.
Oh,
So
boy.
yeah, I absolutely can't stand it when these artists decide, hey, I'm gonna do something fun and make it all crooked. So we have to keep that in mind on this particular map, that north is the left. So on the south wall, which would be here,
Right hand side?
yeah, there hangs a shield, and it is emblazoned with a coat of arms. It's a stylized golden windmill on a red field, flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. Mahogany framed double doors leading from the foyer to the main hall are set with panes of stained glass. I don't know how you would know that was the main hall. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, by the way, guys, I not only have I played this, I've been DMing for quite a while, but I fuck up. So, you know.
You're
Don't
allowed.
I've ruined it so much. Now we know that that's the main hall. Oh,
I know, spoiler alert. Come on.
Pretend you don't know. Okay, so otherwise nothing in the room. And it's not lit, so only by your torchlight, which extends I think 10 feet bright, 10 more dim, so you can see the whole room there. So what would you guys like to do? Oh, somebody's
in.
going. All right, and as you guys can tell, as you start to move around and explore, this is going to be quite a tight squeeze. This is a really small house. The squares you guys are in are, the normal 5-foot squares. But as you can see, the whole entire party, if they were to be in this second room, would take up the whole thing. So
Yay.
quite a tight squeeze.
How tall are the rooms?
The rooms on this floor are 10 feet tall.
Moon will sometimes climb on the walls and use that as walking around as well if it better fits the fit.
Okay, so if that's gonna necessarily mean anything, then just let me know.
I'm going to examine these paintings and see if there's anything
Okay,
weird about them.
what did you want to examine in particular? Are you trying to
See if
learn
there's
it?
any yeah. I want to see if there's any secret eye holes in them or any other weird shit
Oh,
like you
okay.
can haunted house.
So roll a investigation check. Okay. Even though you didn't find anything, Moon seems to appreciate your looking around as he begins to purr.
I didn't
Don't
mean to stroke
anybody
you there.
rub up against him, for God's sake. There might be cleanup in
I've-
aisle 5.
I was just
I wanna
answering as
try and
Ezekiel.
check this far door for any traps or anything like that, or anything that might be a little bit suspicious.
Checking where?
this bar door that I'm just in front of.
By the way, let me show everybody how to quickly draw an arrow on the map. Anywhere on the map, if you hold both your mouse buttons and drag, it will draw an arrow if you don't have any other keys pressed. You will draw a square if you have shift pressed, because shift is my... Yeah, so somebody just drew a... Evis just drew a long arrow. Yeah, so
Why
you guys
would you want to draw a square?
you can draw squares, you can draw circles,
For spell effects
you
or
can draw
for the cone, for a spell
cones
cone.
like that, and lines. And you can also draw, if you, those are quick draws by holding keys and dragging your mouse. You can also make permanent drawings by right clicking on the map and choosing the down arrow called pointers, and then choosing from any one of those 4 different types of pointers, and then draw those out. And that way, when I if any quick draws you do, if you double click both of your mouse buttons, not double click, but simultaneously press both left and right, it will disappear any temporaries you've made.
Oh,
But any permanents you've made won't disappear. So as a DM, I can make many permanents and just leave them. Like that one's permanent. So in order to get rid of that, I have to actually go into the menu and choose delete and get rid of it like that. So the reason I taught you that is if I say, where are you looking? You can go, oh, I'm looking right there.
I see.
And very often I go to draw a line, but because my push to talk is shift, I go to draw a line and I end up drawing a square like that. So now the person that was going to search for traps, where are you searching for traps?
That was me. I'm gonna search. Oh, I'm holding shift as well.
It does.
I will
It
draw the line.
takes a while to get used to.
I will draw the line and then just there.
Oh, you're
that
at the
disappeared.
doors. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. The perception or investigation?
Well, in this case, it would be perception.
Okay. I'm only asking because I have +2 to one and -1 to the other.
Okay, so you find
Question,
no
Rob.
traps. Yeah, go ahead.
Do we start with inspiration as you usually
Ah,
do?
thank you. Yes, everyone on your character sheet, on the top of your character sheet, you'll see an INSP with a little circle there. You can check that little circle. And that means that your character has inspiration, which can be used to gain advantage on a roll of an attack, a save, or a ability check. You must tell me you're using inspiration before you use it. You can't roll and then say, oh, I want to use inspiration on that. You have to tell me before.
We need to tick our little boxes, do we?
We'll do that.
Yeah, you guys all have ticked your box because I can see a star. You guys will see a star only on your name. I see 6 stars because I see everybody's inspiration. And when you use it, I will untick it
I see it, yeah.
and take it away from you.
What-
How I do
I
that,
don't
you guys,
understand that.
is everybody that shows up on time and is
You're going to
ready
make a roll, and you want to have a better chance of it succeeding. You say, "I'm going to use my inspiration." And you get an advantage where they.
You can only use it.
Yeah. You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I appreciate it if you don't talk over me because somebody jumped in as I was explaining stuff. So.
Oh, you didn't hear you speaking, so I just.
Yeah. Okay. So at the beginning of the session, every time we play, you guys will all get inspiration if you're here on time and ready to go when the game starts. And then it's use it or lose it. So there may be situations where I give it out, like if you use something really cool or funny or whatever. It's just completely at my whim. I give it away, and I may not give it away. But you guys will all get one at the beginning of every session. And if you don't use it, it's just lost because you get another one again at the beginning of the next time. So if you don't use it, it goes away and comes back again the next time. So you guys don't find any traps at the door. What would you like to do?
I'm going to open the door, or someone at the front of it open the door.
Who's opening the
Sure,
door?
I'll open a door.
Okay, so Karos is going to open the door. And by the way, if I pronounce your character's name wrong and I keep pronouncing it wrong, feel free to correct me until I get it right.
Noted.
Okay, so you open the door, and you see the main hall. Somebody may have told you already that this was the main hall. A wide hall runs the width of the house with a black marble fireplace. Black marble fireplace, and at one end, and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other, which can be seen by the very brave Ibis, who has moved into the room.
Long version of your best is I'll tell you it one day.
Yeah.
I'll try and get everybody where they want to be. And let's see. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a longsword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. Wood-paneled walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. What would you guys like to do?
Do I not see any doors leading to that right now gray area?
Yes. How about now?
Ah, okay.
So right next to Shundri is a door that goes to the, what I want to say is south, but is really the west. Son of a.
Can I open the door then?
You may. You can certainly open the door.
That seems like a great idea.
So you open the door, and this oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head, and positioned around the outskirts of the room are 3 stuffed wolves. 2 padded
Stuffed
chairs.
wolves?
Stuffed wolves. Yeah, they're stuffed. Calm down. Everybody just relax.
I just have like, oh.
The padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth, with an oak table between them supporting the cask of wine, 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. The chandelier hangs above the cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs. 2 cabinets stand against the wall. The east cabinet sports a lock, and the north cabinet does not have a lock.
I rush to the cabinet with the lock and I try to inspect if it's trapped. And if it's not, I try to open it.
Okay. Have you moved your... Okay. You can roll perception for traps.
I always thought it's investigation though, but perception is fine.
Oh, by the way, everybody in chat, Mad Bad Hair is absolutely correct. When I'm DMing, I pay basically no attention to chat in the stream, and I fully apologize for that. It's just that I get so overwhelmed, especially with 6 players and setting up stuff, and they don't know how to run Fantasy Grounds, and it's all I can do. So if I ignore your chat, I fully apologize. However, after the fact, I do go back and I read the entire chat.
I hope
so
people can still hear me.
yeah, we can. Just hold on a second. If I'm speaking to the stream, who's yelling at me for not paying attention to them, so I just have to give them a little pep talk. I do go back and I read everything that's in the stream. So if you've asked me a question or if you've talked to me or whatever, I will go back and I will read that and I will whisper you. And once I get more adept at how to control 15 things at once, I'll be better at that. But stop fucking texting me, whoever the fuck that is. Oh God, it's that group. Okay, I gotta mute those fuckers. Stand by, guys. I'll be right with you. Mute. Oh, let's call it 24 hours. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, if I do miss you in chat, I do apologize. I really appreciate you guys all here, all watching. I think this is probably the biggest crowd I've had, so I'm glad you guys are all here. Okay, so Adam, you rolled your perception. You did not sense any traps on that cabinet.
Cool.
Are you going to try to pick the lock?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Do you have thieves' tools?
Yes, I do.
You may roll your thieves' tools check in the tower, if you please. And you pick the lock. Excellent.
I pocket the lock.
You what?
I put the lock away.
You put it away? Okay, you can do that. There is inside a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, a hand crossbow, and 20 bolts for each of these weapons.
Ooh, I try to keep the hand crossbow because it looks quite handy.
Okay, unfortunately, for whatever reason, there is not a freaking treasure parcel in here for that. So you may give yourself, Adam, you can just put the crossbow on your sheet from the equipment if you want to do that.
And I take the bolts as well.
And the bolts as well. So you can do that. Does anybody else want, which one did you take? The hand crossbow?
The hand crossbow, yeah.
Does anybody else want a light crossbow or a heavy crossbow?
I'll have a light crossbow if no one else wants it.
Okay.
Fine by me.
And you know how to put that in your equipment?
Yeah.
Okay, and take 20 bolts as well. Does anybody want or can use the heavy crossbow? If not, what I will do is put it in the party sheet as treasure found.
Yeah, I've got a light crossbow. I don't know if I'd need a heavy crossbow.
You might not be proficient with it.
Yeah, we'll leave it then.
So I will put a heavy crossbow and 20 bolts into the party sheet as found treasure.
So if someone needs it, they can just take it. Is that right?
Well, that or you guys can sell it later for money. So there's always that.
All right.
I'm okay with the money option.
You guys would have to find somebody to sell it to, but the other thing is that if somebody becomes proficient somehow after gaining levels,
Yeah, and
there
if you
would be a
guys,
heavy crossbow.
sorry about that.
Go ahead,
If you
Richard.
guys wouldn't mind, I'm gonna take a look at that because I am proficient with it, and it would be good to have something with range.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
It's too big for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard. So it's in the party sheet. You can take it if you want. You can just take it out. Okay, and so Moon has discovered the treasure. It's all been immediately split up between all you greedy bastards. And what would you guys like to do now?
I will gingerly look at the other cupboard as well, but it's not that interesting because it's not logged.
Right. And that opens right up, and inside you see a small box containing a deck of playing cards and an assortment of wine glasses.
No wine bottle then, no.
No wine bottle. No time to
Damn
get
it.
drunk in the old.
Damn it.
I will take the cards because they are funny.
Okay, you can put playing cards in your inventory if you want, Adam. Again, no treasure parcel for this. I don't know why they chose not to do that. I guess they thought it wasn't important. And then what else?
I want to
Okay.
poke around at this wall for a bit and see, because like
I'm gonna go and look at that window up there, or
weird about this.
listen at that door.
Okay, Ren, what are you? Or sorry, Kyros, what are you poking around?
The stuffed wall.
The south wall.
He-
Okay.
Basically poking it and seeing if it wakes up, because this seems a bit weird.
Oh, the you mean
No,
the stuffed?
the-
Oh, the stuffed wolf. I thought you said the south wall.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you poke it, and it reacts exactly in the manner that a stuffed wolf would react.
I just sit there and keep poking it for a while.
Okay, that's cool. And
I'm gonna try and cleave one of
Ebis-
these chairs in half.
Okay, let me one at a time, guys, because you guys. Eba said he was gonna look through a window. I think.
Whatever that is up there by where my character's standing.
No, that's a door. Those are all doors.
I'm gonna go and listen at the door then.
Okay, roll a perception check. You do not hear anything. As a matter of fact, not only do you not hear anything, you went deaf for a second. You didn't hear anything anywhere with your -1.
Oh, I've got some wax in my ears, big time.
Yeah, it got a little bit of wax in your ears. Had to clean that out, so you're good now. Okay, Richard, what were you saying?
This chair offends me. I'm gonna try and cleave it in half.
You're gonna
With my-
cleave the chair in half.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll an attack roll. He was already prepared before I even asked him to do it. You cleave that chair right in half. It's not even a problem.
Fantastic.
And it wonders why it offended you, but now it's dead.
The chair's dead.
Just needed to make sure that no ghosts popped out of the chair or something. The chair wasn't a mimic. Just doing my duties as your
I've
paladin.
never wondered, what a mimic is.
I know you just wanted to make sure that all of us will have enough chairs, and you wanted to make more chairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see Ezekiel do this, and I go and whack one of the other chairs with my rapier.
Roll an attack roll.
Demolishing the house.
I'll teach these fucking people to attack furniture. They're gonna get
A
a
lot of
1.
noise.
They're gonna get a 1 and fuck themselves
I'm
up.
looking at the stairs, wondering whether they go up or down.
All right, you take your rapier, a nice slashing weapon, and you carve up that chair something big.
And I look over to Ezekiel for approval, like, huh?
Pretty good. I'm impressed.
I will pounce on one of the stuffed wolves and claw its ears off.
Okay, so now basically this room is just a mess now. You guys have just destroyed everything in here.
I'm just gonna open the door in front of me.
If the kids were here watching you, they would probably be crying.
They're
Okay.
getting
They're
so
not, so
sad.
it's fine.
So Ebus is gonna open the door. You open the door and you can see in to this room, and you see a portion of a dining room table, and that's pretty much. Oh well, you're gonna go in, then you'll see it, won't you? Brave people.
Go for it.
Because this
I'm
can't
right
go
behind
horribly
you.
wrong at all.
When you guys move your tokens, those of you that aren't quite used to it, do try to land in a square as opposed to on a line, like Thorin
Okay.
is.
My bad.
No, that's okay. I'll move you. See, yeah, I gotta try to move people. Holy crap! Hold on, I know where you are. I know you're supposed to go. Well, actually, Ebus should have started by going there, and then you guys can follow. But yeah, try to be in a square as opposed to
Zebus' fault.
not in a square. Okay, so let me tell you what's going on here. And by the way, if you see your token move and you didn't move it, that's usually me moving it because there's a pin on the map that I need to click on under you, and I have to move you and get the pin and then move you back. So sometimes you might move when you don't mean to move.
It's not a
Okay.
ghost in the machine then.
No, not yet. As far as you know.
Yet.
As far as we know.
As far as you know. The centerpiece of this wood-paneled dining room is carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 thick-backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats, who aren't shaking. The chairs aren't shaking because they don't see the chair hackers coming into the room yet. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is covered with resplendent silverware and crystalware polished to dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany frame painting of an alpine vale. The wall is carved with elegant images of deer among the trees. What would you guys like to do? Oh, sorry, red silk drapes cover the window as well. So there's drapes covering the window.
I'm gonna pull the drapes open.
Okay. Tapestry depicting hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after wolves from an iron rod bolted to the south wall. Okay, that's the end of it. You open the drapes and you see boarded up windows from the outside.
Is there glass in these windows?
Sure.
I think the kids were lying.
The chandelier crystals, do they look pretty and maybe even valuable?
Jesus. I've never seen him play anything but a fighter. It's gonna be really fun to see him play a greedy kitty.
I'm not greedy, I just go for the shiny.
I forgot that I was holding push to talk out of habit halfway through, so I apologize for having transmitted that pointlessly.
That's right. That's quite funny.
I thought it was hilarious. Did somebody just ask somebody a question that hasn't been answered yet?
Yes, I asked if the chandelier crystals look pretty shiny and maybe even valuable.
Oh, you're asking me. Oh, yes, the crystal looks shiny and valuable, somewhat valuable. And the silverware looks good. It all looks pretty good. It all looks like pretty good, like, fancy chinaware that you'd have, that your grandma would have had at her house or whatever, that kind of a thing.
Can I try to jump up and close some of the crystals to make sure to get them? So I don't want to pull down the whole chandelier. I just want to slash down a couple of.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check.
We need to get this cheater under check. He's wrecking the place.
In the tower?
All the
Yes,
noise.
please. It's funny
Gonna wake the
because
dead.
in saying the word cheetah with your accent comes out cheater, and so I hear the word cheater like somebody who cheats at cards.
Oh
So
yeah, same thing.
we need
yeah.
to get this cheater under control. I just think that's funny. I love it.
And that wasn't unintentional, actually.
So you jump up and swing, and one crystal pops off and comes down and lands on the table.
I pounce on it and put it away.
Okay.
What does he mean? Put it away? You stole it.
There were windows, them paintings down there. I want to do like some kind of history check or something to see if I can perceive what the pictures are actually of or who they are and stuff like that. One's at the front door there in the main hall. They're looking
Okay.
for
Oh,
eye
you went
holes.
back. Okay. Okay. Stand by 1 second. You can roll a history check. Okay. Let me see here. As far as you can tell, these paintings and what is depicted in them don't mean anything of importance to you in particular whatsoever.
Thank you. I can just be because I'm dumb shit.
What do the rest of you want to do?
I think this room's boring. I want to open this door in front of me.
I'm pocketing the silverware on the table.
Okay.
I put away one silver teaspoon and then I try to look behind the painting because it's too big to not hide anything.
Okay, let me deal with the door that Shundry just opened first. Shundry has found a cloakroom, and there are several black cloaks hanging from hooks on the walls, and a top hat sits on the shelf.
Cloaks, black cloaks.
I want the top hat.
And Shundry goes into the cloakroom and disappears. I'm just kidding. That was fun.
Oh, that would have
the
been great.
top hat.
Okay, who? Somebody. Oh,
An epic.
Moon pulled a tapestry down.
Just a little bit away, not down, just to look, peek behind it.
This cat is fucking shit up. Okay.
Telling you.
Yes. Let me see about that. 1 second.
Who wants a black cloak?
When you roll a perception check, Moon. Okay. When you're tinkering around with this tapestry, you notice that the twisted faces carved into the tree trunks and wolves looking amid the carved. What the fuck? Hold on a second. You see twisted faces carved into the tree trunks and wolves lurking in the carved foliage. So this was not something you saw before, but now it appears to you in the tapestry that you're looking at. So other images are showing up that weren't there initially. But behind the tapestry on the wall, nothing.
Ooh, I like this picture. It changes. Can we take it with us?
How big is it?
15-foot long.
Let's say 10 feet long and 10 feet high.
By all means, if you want to carry it.
Exactly. If you want to carry it, take it.
Can I just
Use
cut
it as your
out a
offhand
piece
weapon.
Can I pick up the hat and chuck it at Ebus and Moon, and they can fight over it?
But Ebas is in the same room just behind you, whereas the cat is in another room around the corner and far away.
Right. So you're in a room that's blocked on 3 sides with only the door facing down. I'm going to call it down instead of west. And only you can only see Ebus, Shundry.
Okay, he gets the hat
The re-
then.
you-
Can I
you-
give him
you-
the hat?
Yeah, you can give him the hat if you want.
Yeah, I got the hat. Is it a cool hat?
It's a black top hat.
It looks lovely on you.
Okay, so nothing behind the tapestry except the tapestry itself is weird and kind of creeps you guys all out.
I try to cut a piece of the tapestry where those faces are and see if it still moves
What with what?
with my short sword.
You are unable to cut the tapestry. It doesn't.
This is sturdy.
It
tapestry.
feels like I'm making this up. I'm totally fucking winging this. It feels like a normal tapestry, but when you try to cut it, it seems uncuttable.
Mm.
I think it's magical.
I may have just backed myself
Can
into
I
a
try
corner,
to
you
roll
guys.
something to check if it's magical?
Sure. You can do an Arcana check. You don't have a detect magic or anything, right?
No, I don't. I'm just a rogue.
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check if you'd like. Your knowledge of arcane items and the wisdom of stories you've heard tells you that you think this might be magical, but you determine that it's not necessarily magical, but it might be magical. In other words, you don't know.
But it was moving pictures around, so it's got
It
to be
still
magical.
is. It still has moving pictures in it, and it can't be.
Cannot be cut.
It can't be cut.
Ooh, if I put it on myself, then people can't cut me.
If I were you,
That's awesome.
I would assume that too.
I will try to tear it down.
Okay, you can take it down. It's Stand by, guys. I need to check something. Because I'm obviously making this shit up as I go. Pull the tapestry off the wall.
Resistance to slashing damage.
That's gonna be a heavy tapestry.
It is going to be heavy. He's going
That's
to
what
wrap
I'm
himself
doing.
up in it.
I'm typing into Google how much does a 10 by 10 tapestry weigh.
The things we do for D&D.
Right? Because I
Probably weighs quite a lot.
I'm the yes DM. If you guys want something to happen, I'll make it happen. But I didn't think you were gonna take it this
Oh.
far.
Say probably 50 pounds anyway.
That tapestry weighs 75 pounds.
Yeah.
So what that means
much does
is, even though we don't use encumbrance rules, I do get, if you get crazy with shit, I I'll that comes into play. So with that, if Moon carries the tapestry around, that's gonna make his equipment go over 150, which is his maximum. So it's gonna encumber you.
I will probably drag to the next room, and then I get bored with it and leave it there.
Because you're a cat.
And it's too heavy.
Okay, so it looks like Kiros is moving into a gray space. Do you mean to do that on purpose? Okay.
Nope, I messed up. It's fine.
Okay, so Moon's gonna drag around this tapestry for a couple minutes and then give up on it and look for catnip. What do you guys want to do?
I'd like to go into this room over here.
Okay, and I did not see your arrow, Richard. I just was waiting for everybody to get done with what they were doing. Okay, so you're gonna just
Okay.
open the door and go in.
Yeah. Let's not break it down.
Okay.
I'm not playing Darius.
All right, so I will tell you what you see. This room identifies as a kitchen. It is tidy with dishware,
Dear
cookware,
God.
and utensils neatly placed on the shelves. A work table and a cutting board and a rolling pin atop it. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall, and its bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove on the left, as you can see, is a door, and there is food in here that appears to be good food.
You might want to pack some of that.
Do I find
I'm
cheese?
Like, I'm just saying, not sure eating in this weird place is the best idea. Like, you
Got a
know,
point.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is somebody not on the map?
I'm
Ezekiel
underneath
is under.
Kiros.
Has somebody moved their token into another token space?
No.
I'm in the cupboard.
Okay,
I have like a.
She's in the closet.
who don't
Kiros
I
is
see?
on
I
top.
think I might be on top of someone, but I was going
Okay,
to go
so
in.
try to avoid that because I cannot move Richard. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, so never. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, try to avoid going on top of each other, guys. If you can, and I'll
Apologies.
help it. Okay, so you're in there. What else? Let's see. Okay.
Are these steps going up or down?
Those steps go up.
Is there any water in this kitchen?
There is no water.
I just sort of look around, see there's no water, and then just sort of like walk sulkily back out, just like let's go back to where I am outside the door.
Okay.
I searched behind these cloaks in this room.
Searching for what?
I don't know. Is anything suspicious?
You find nothing suspicious.
Oh, can I pick up a cloak because somebody
Sure.
wants one?
Yep, you can have a cloak.
Can I give it
Is-
to Ezekiel from here, or do I have to keep
You'd
it
have
on
to
me?
come out. You'd have to come out of the room and give it to him.
Is there exactly enough cloak for each of
Yeah.
us?
There are 6 cloaks.
I will point that out and say that it sounds a little bit ominous, but there's one for each of
Oh.
us.
Yeah, you've got a point there. Maybe we're all supposed to have a cloak. Can I pick up all the cloaks?
Sure.
I put up on a cloak.
I try and put on a cloak, but like I'm not really sure how they work, and I end up putting it on more like sort of a front-facing thing, so it's covering the front of me.
Okay, so you guys all put on your cloaks in various styles and manners, and they make you look weird and odd. They're black cloaks.
Should we pick up the food in case we need it, or are we not chancing it?
I'd like to look for some cheese if that's okay.
Yes, on the cutting board there's some cheese. It's just sitting there as if it looks very fresh, but it's as if somebody's just was cutting cheese moments ago. But this place is obviously deserted, but the there's no dust, it's all very clean.
As if somebody lives here.
That sounds
As
quite
if
cheesy.
Someone's just
Oh my
left
God.
in a hurry.
Can I do possibly a survival check to see to more closely examine the cheese to see if it's still good for eating?
Without a survival check, you can tell that it looks fresh and looks good.
Okay.
You can taste it if you want.
Yeah, I'll taste it, and if it tastes good, I'll take the whole thing.
Okay, so you experience no ill effects, but it
Oh,
is
boy.
very bland and boring and almost has no taste.
Well, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Can I collect all the food for later, because I've got some sort of food collection thing going on?
Yeah, you can gather up all the food. There's probably enough to make half a dozen snack type things with cheeses and fruits and whatnot. And you will find that
Excellent.
that all of the food doesn't hurt you, but it is very tasteless and boring.
Sustenance.
So there is a door to the top of the room. There is a little door right next to Ezekiel that he just moved away from. And what do you guys want to do?
Are they stairs going up?
Stairs are going up.
Yes, they are.
Well, I wanna.
Well, should we check that door up there first?
Yeah, I wanna.
Before we
You want to check that door?
Yeah,
Completely
I'm just gonna
forgot.
open it.
Okay. You open it up, and you see that this is a pantry, and that's it.
Is there any water in here?
Full this.
No water.
I kind of feel
I
the
ju-
negatives.
Is there any fish?
No fish.
I just walk back out and I'm like, there's nothing interesting.
Go ahead, Adam.
Okay, I kind of feel this negative space around here, and it looks like someone's hidden there. So I try to knock it around and check for some secret door or secret compartment, because why not?
Okay, you can roll a investigation check. As you're inspecting that, you decide that that is a very solid space, and you do not find any secret doors or anything like that.
Meh, boring.
Uh, And you guys have pretty much discovered this whole first floor, except there is a door right there that nobody opened.
Oh no, we need to go back in there and open the
You
door.
don't have to open the door. I just wanted to make sure that you guys didn't overlook it.
Is that door under the stairs? Is it?
Yeah. We haven't
Harry
found the
Potter.
basement.
I will
That
try
must
to
be the
open it.
basement.
It must be the basement.
And it's not actually a door. It is a. You would recognize it before opening it. It is a dumbwaiter.
Ooh. I
So
look
you-
if,
I'm
it,
only
if
5
it's
foot
down.
tall. Can I fit in it?
It is about 1.5 feet square. So I'll let you answer that. No, 2 feet square.
Huh.
Does everyone know what a dumbwaiter is? Is there anyone here that does not know what I mean when I say dumbwaiter?
I know what a dumbwaiter is.
I think
Yeah,
I
I know.
do, yeah.
It goes up
Mini
and down.
elevator.
It's usually
Yeah,
used.
yeah.
It's used only for food usually, and it goes up and down between floors. But the reason
Well,
Not
I'm close enough to seafood. Let's see if I can squish in there. Let's go for it.
We need to get down somewhere.
who so Kyros wants to try to go in the dumbwaiter. Okay, hold on.
Try and like squeeze in there.
I try to help him squeeze in.
5 feet tall, 100 pounds. I don't think so.
It's worth a try.
I like
Okay,
I'm
your
just like I
ambition.
just got my
I can
head
try,
and
I'm little.
shoulders in there, and I'm like, guys, I'm nearly there. Guys, I'm getting there.
Yeah, so it seems somebody actually said this out loud, but you guys noticed that you cleared the whole floor and there isn't a way down.
There's no basement. Where's the basement?
What if the children, like, hear me out here? What if the kids are dumb and like they meant upstairs?
The kids are lying. I don't know about dumb.
I don't think they're even kids.
Why not both? I mean,
That or they're setting us
You know.
up.
They're two lobsters, is what I reckon they were, really.
lobsters. What?
Should we go
Guys,
and
what
see if
if-
the kids are still
Where are the
outside?
You
lobsters?
don't eat lobsters, you're a fish person. You eat
No, but I can be
seaweed.
friends with them.
That's right. and
What
so you're
if
trying to
what
eat
if what if the door to the basement is outside of the house?
Oh, like one of those things that they have outside. Yeah, let's go have a look. No, there's nothing outside. We can see outside, can't we?
Yeah, I did expose the entire outside of the building, so like a storm cellar type door is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing like that on the outside. And so you don't see that outside, no.
Maybe we should go ask the kids to show us where the basement is.
Yeah. They've
Yeah,
run off by
sure.
now.
Okay, so you guys want to go back out and talk to the kids?
I want to go
think so.
upstairs. Why do you want to talk to the kids or something?
Yeah, those kids ain't gonna come in the house. They seemed pretty scared.
We might as well look upstairs while we're here, I suppose.
Okay, so you are talking to the kids or you're not talking to the kids?
No, let's go upstairs first. I don't really want to split the party.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go up the stairs? Awesome. So you guys proceed up the stairs, and that is where we will end it.
Oh, I
Awesome.
was just rejoining because I dropped. Okay.
So when we play next Friday, we will march up the stairs and see what we get. Fuck.
Awesome.
Oh,
I will try to-
no.
By the way, I will try to climb up on the wall, not through the stairs.
Okay, and
But
remind
next time,
me
yeah.
too when we do that next time. Remind me you're climbing the walls, so that I can figure out new and fantastic ways to kill you.
Yay.
So you guys managed to role play the first floor. There were no attackers. Well, I should take that back. There were 2 attackers of furniture.
Yeah.
And
I was just following example. I don't know how things work on land.
You don't know how things work on land. That's funny.
No,
And that sofa totally
and
attacked
I was
us.
on the
Wait,
sea, and ground is very different to sea. It's all a bit weird.
Got it. I love your bank of excuses.
I am full of them. I told you, bards are my go-to thing. I am full of excuses, and I often Sam Regal my way through it.
Nice. Cool. Well, I really appreciate you guys hanging in for the tediousness of the character creation, but it is very important. I myself will go through your characters to double check them off game time and make sure that you guys have codes for spells or anything else that you need that you don't have already.
Oh, good. Excellent.
And we will pick it up here next time. And does anybody have any questions at all?
Good.
Nope.
No, all good here.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, guys. I had fun, and I look forward
Thank
to the
you.
rest of the campaign.